Like Alex Trebek, you're in jeopardy. Yes, sir, we got the recipe. Give you a tech, but nope, not a referee. Like why clever.
Welcome back. This is the Take the L podcast, and that's a big deal. I'm your host, Zeke Jones.
And this is the Wise Amigro.
All right, speaking of the Wise Amigro, let's get into those Wise Amigro picks. The Wise Amigro, yours truly over here. Well, not me, but the other guy.
Yours truly over here.
The other guy on the show, that's not me. He went 12 for 14 on his picks last week.
Some would say that's genius level shit right there.
I would say that's pretty impressive, man. That's pretty damn impressive. Like I said, we was playing that as a parlay. We played a 10-team parlay with your picks. Like I said, we'd be on an island somewhere.
Getting a mink coat on an island.
Ooh, making no goddamn sense. All right, so speaking of the picks and how well you did last week, I'm going to go ahead and bet whatever you bet. So I can make some bread tomorrow on the Thursday night game.
All right, so you listening to the show right now. Go with the opposite of what I tell him, and then we'll be straight. We'll make money and leave him over here looking like he did last week.
All right, word. So we got the Chiefs versus the Broncos.
Okay.
Thursday night football. Broncos at home. Chiefs are 3.5-point favorites. We'll say the Wasamigro.
Ooh, I'm gonna go with the upset. Let's go with Cortland Sutton being a man right now. Let's go with Lindsey not being able to be stopped by a very bad Chiefs defense. And let's just hope Flacco doesn't ruin the game. Realistically, if Flacco can
not Flacco it up and give us a 300-yard game with no picks, I think the Broncos can get another win, and the Chiefs will be looking pretty sad right now. All right, so I gotta go on the opposite side of you. I got to pick the GOAT. Well, the second GOAT.
Dude, not even the second GOAT at this point.
What do you mean the second GOAT?
There are two people that have out-quarterbacked him.
I'm talking about coaching.
In the past 2 weeks.
I'm talking about coaching GOATs.
Okay. Coach GOATs.
The second coaching GOAT in the league right now is Andy Reid.
Okay.
And Andy Reid has had a misstep, and he let his team drop 2 games. I don't think he drops 3. I don't care who they were playing this week. I don't care if they're playing the Patriots. He's not losing 3 games in a row. I think Andy Reid rights the ship. Mahomes go out there and have a great game. They get back to the running game. And like I said, even though my pick with the Browns didn't work out, the Browns did exactly what I said they need to do to win, and they barely lost. I think Andy Reid does that same thing. He listens to this podcast. He takes my advice. He gets back to the run game. Lets McCoy run it 10 times. Lets one of those Williams dudes, Daryl or Darren, because they got the same goddamn name.
Goddamn Wayans brothers over there.
Yeah, one of the Williams brothers runs it another 10 times. They put the ball on the ground 20, 30 times, let Mahomes throw it 30 times, they win this game. They've got to figure out how to stop that run, though.
So if you're out there, Andy Reid, I'm going to at you on Twitter. I don't know if you got a Twitter. I'm going to at you on something. Listen in. Apparently, Zeke over here has got the fucking magic formula for you to stop fucking up.
All you got to do is stop the run. Stop the run, dog.
Stop the run.
Easier said than done. So next, you heard about this LeBron nonsense?
LeBron James. Yeah, I've heard about LeBron James out here putting his foot in his mouth. Some people would also call that cooning. Cooning for communist money. That's
cooning
what this is.
Communist cheddar.
I actually saw something on Twitter earlier this morning. I was on Twitter at like 6 o'clock in the morning. Don't mind me. I was on Twitter at 6 o'clock in the morning. But I was on Twitter and they said, should this change how we view LeBron James? And I almost think yes.
Damn.
Like, yeah, he can do all this cool shit for the community. He can have schools. But when it comes down to it, LeBron's about that check.
He's about his bread.
And that says a lot about him. It kind of takes the genuineness out of the shit he does, knowing that now I think that there may be a behind the scenes, he's getting money off of this somehow, some way. Like, MJ. MJ don't do shit. He don't care about shit. He just wants his money. And that's how I feel like it is with LeBron now.
I wouldn't take it that far. What I would say is LeBron probably doesn't give a fuck about Chinese people.
All right.
That's what it seems like to me.
All right. Where's Kanye at?
Yeah,
can we get a clip of Kanye in here real quick?
Yeah.
Shit.
I feel like LeBron cares about his community. I feel like he's demonstrated that over the past decade, 2 decades. That he really cares about his community. Now, what he's not demonstrating is that he gives a fuck about democracy in Hong Kong.
Okay, this is true.
He doesn't seem to give a fuck about that. So
he's protecting that check.
He's protecting that check. He went hard to secure the bag from China, and then he came back and tried to say it was some other
which is now I buy it even less now that he tried to go back and fix that shit. So I don't even.
Yeah, you said what you said.
You said stick with it. Yeah. I don't want to hear it no more. The thing is, I feel like you tried to save face with China, then you went back and you tried to save face with the U.S. by going with the popular decision, and now you don't know what to do. Now you just like, oh well, LA's got it bad too. Like nobody gives a fuck, bro. You already said what you said. All right, we're sorry. Your 5-star hotel wasn't as good as it usually is.
And now he's all like, I just want to shut up and dribble.
Yeah. I'm more than an athlete, but not this week.
Yeah, not this week.
Ask me next week.
No, I fucks with LeBron, man. He's one of my favorite athletes. This is not coming from a LeBron hater by any means. But
he fucked up.
Yeah, he fucked up. If I'm going to give out an early L of the week, that's my L of the week. LeBron fucking up this week.
My early L of the week, since we on the subject, is going to be fucking NFL Sunday Ticket. Ooh. These motherfuckers here. This is how it's how you stay up on all the games. You got to watch all of them. You got to get Sunday Ticket. They did not let anyone see the 1:00 games. So for that nail biter or that great game of future Hall of Famers that they're saying, Watson and Mahomes, the gun show, I didn't watch any of it. I didn't even get to watch the Vic of our era, Lamar Jackson, toast the Bengals. I didn't get to see nothing. 1:00, NFL, Sunday Ticket, DirecTV. Take that L right now.
Why would you call him the Vic of our era? Like, do you not believe he's that good or what?
I don't understand. He is the Vic of our era in terms of elusiveness. As far as being the most dynamic running quarterback we've seen, he is Vic in that sense. Now, as far as throwing, he's leaps and bounds better than Vic. He doesn't have as strong an arm as Vic, maybe. Actually, you know what? I might even say that he might be matched with Vic's arm strength. But he's got better QB qualities than Vic does.
All right, cool.
Exactly.
I was about to say, because you want to talk about, you want to compare him directly to Vic, it's like,
nah.
Yeah, he had a year with Andy Reid, the GOAT, second GOAT of coaches. He had a year with Andy Reid where he was amazing. Other than that, he just did a lot of running.
Yeah. And, I think Lamar's gonna surpass Vic eventually if he can stay healthy and stay in the league long enough. Which I think the Ravens are very high on him right now, and I think that they really feel like he is the quarterback of the future, the now, and for at least in the next 10 years. I feel like he can surpass any quarterback rushing record that we've ever seen.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, the clip he's running right now.
Yeah,
there's no way he wouldn't.
Exactly.
And he doesn't look like he is injury prone at all.
No, he's compared to last season, he's taking care of his body a lot more. He's not taking unnecessary hits unless, he's at the goal line. He's going to try to dive for the end zone. But other than that, he's not taking unnecessary hits on the sideline. He's not trying to get the extra foot of play. He doesn't really care at this point. He's just getting the first down, get out of bounds, move on, live to fight another day. So I'm happy with it for now.
Okay, I like that. Well, speaking of quarterbacks, let's talk about Mr. Big Spleen.
Mr. Big Spleen. I like
Sam Darnold.
I'm going to get that tattooed somewhere. Mr. Big Spleen.
Mr. Big Spleen. Sam Darnold came in here and stole a game.
Stole
a game from the Cowboys. The Cowboys should be trying to get back on track. They probably thought they had an easy win. It's like, I bet the coach probably like, yo, all you got to do is hit him in his ribs. His spleen is enlarged from the mono.
Exactly. It should be like hanging out of his chest or wherever the fuck your spleen is. Where's your spleen at?
I don't know. I think it's in your ribs.
We'll have to figure this out. We'll figure it out after the show. All right.
But yeah, he went down there, sliced and diced, and tore up the Cowboys, man. And now we've seen the Cowboys lose two different ways. We've seen them lose on the ground to Green Bay, and we've seen them lose through the air. And it's starting to look like, I think most people were trying to play it as that Dak isn't what he's
what we thought he was, or
not what
he's
shown
to be so far.
Not supposed to get the money that he wants, but I don't see it that way. Well, I don't think that Dak's getting $40 million.
How are you seeing it?
The way I'm seeing it is the epic collapse of this goddamn defense.
You think it's the Cowboys' defense?
I think that Dak Prescott had nothing to do with somebody scoring 4 rushing touchdowns when nobody knew who the fuck Aaron Jones was the week before.
Yeah, I could see that.
I think that Mr. Big Spleen throwing a 96-yard touchdown down the seam of the defense has nothing to do with Dak Prescott.
So you don't think Sam Darnold is that good?
Actually, I do think Sam Darnold's pretty damn good.
So you think they got outclassed by a better quarterback and their defense sucks? That's the combination of the two that led to their demise on this weekend.
We'll go with their defense is not what they thought it was going to be.
I think the problem is, Well, I got to give credit where credit is due. Mr. Big Spleen.
Big Spleen.
He came in and he let the Cowboys have it. He was like, look, motherfuckers.
I'm here now.
I may have lost the mono for a little bit, but I'm not losing to them boys. So he let them have it. My issue is I feel like the Cowboys, they don't know who they want to be. I'm not sure what offense they think they are. It seems like they want to be this running gun. We got Dak. He can sling it. We can be the Chiefs.
Yeah.
But then they realized, I don't think that they realized that they have the one thing that the Chiefs wish they had, and they probably wouldn't throw as much as if they did have them. They got Zeke Elliott in the fucking backfield.
And they ran him this past game. They gave him like 28 carries.
That's the most they got.
That's
his biggest carry load this season. But
you want him to get Chris McCaffrey touches.
He needs
37 touches.
Zeke is the type of running back. He is that prototypical early 2000s running back. If you just feed them, eventually these motherfuckers not gonna want to tackle them no more.
Hey, that's true.
That's what happened. You think a outside linebacker or a fucking corner gonna be like, oh, I can't wait to hit this guy 10 times a fucking hell no.
Get the fuck out the way.
Feed that man the ball. Get back to your roots. Get over this. Dak can throw 400 yards a game and 40 attempts. I'm over this little experiment.
I'm with Dak throwing the ball down the field. I don't care if he throws the ball 30 times or 20 times. I'm not about the volume. I do like what they're doing with Amari Cooper and Gallup.
Okay.
I like how they're using Witten in the short passing game.
Who is probably the oldest man on the field and the slowest man on the field. And
he's still scoring touchdowns.
How he's getting open is beyond me. But continue.
Dude, when he was in his prime, it blew me how he fucking get open.
I don't understand.
Because he literally jogs like he's running a 5K. That's the speed he runs at.
I think him and Tom might be neck and neck in the 100. Yeah. I think if we set them up with a race, they would be very close.
Yeah. So, like I said, I think that their issue isn't Dak, but he is the quarterback of the Cowboys who can get all the blame. Mm-hmm. They're running the ball efficiently, not as good as they were running it last year, but they're running it pretty efficiently.
I'd like to see them get back to last year's
talent. They need to shore up that defense. Their safeties have always been a problem.
Okay,
they've never had
good linebackers.
Yeah, that's the thing. You're sending like the linebackers are great, not good, but great.
Great, yeah.
And then you're saying the D line,
really good young guys.
Yeah, and they're young. They're 2-3 year vets.
Exactly.
Then you got these D linemen who can get after the quarterback.
Yeah.
For some reason, they can't fucking stop the run, though.
That's an issue.
So it seems that the Cowboys are built to play from ahead, kind of like the old school Colts with Peyton Manning. If Peyton Manning was up, Dwight Freeney, Robert Mathis, they eat. They get sacks all day.
Yep. You can pin their ears back.
If you put them in a situation to where the Colts are not up, and now the other team is running against the Colts, all of a sudden, Dwight Freeney, 6 foot, 250 pound defensive end is getting pushed around. Not stopping nobody in the run game. Yeah. So I think that's what's going on with the Cowboys. They have to play from up, and they're coming out, and they're getting down early, and they can't recover from that. So on to the next one. Saw how Mariota got the Sandman treatment, right?
Mariota.
Came out on the stage tap dancing, gave him the hook. Pulled him right off the stage.
Fuck off the stage.
And they put in an upgrade, I guess.
The upgrade of the year. Titans to the Super Bowl. Tannehill here with the cape, ready to save the season. This is...
First, who do you think is the best quarterback out of those two?
Out of those two?
Yeah.
I'm not even sure. And that's probably worse than picking one. Because they're both terrible. Honestly, if I'm picking... You know what? Tannehill is the better quarterback.
I agree.
I think he is the better quarterback. And I don't know why it took the Titans so long to figure out that Mariota was not a good quarterback, or not the answer in Tennessee, at least. He is... If Lamar Jackson's career turns to a bust, he will pretty much have the career that Mariota has had.
Yeah.
Mariota has not flashed. I mean, he's flashed signs of greatness. Not even greatness. He's flashed signs of good.
Yeah. Because he's fast and everyone's like catch on deep ball.
Yeah. But I was never sold on him, I don't think. I think he never really did enough to win. They've always been average, except for that. Even the year they went to the playoffs, they were average.
Yeah.
I've never sold on him. His career is probably done as far as starting.
Hold on, though, because I heard today, actually, that teams are looking to make trades for him. Now, I don't know what teams.
I'm sure there's plenty of teams that need a backup quarterback.
Nobody's trading for a backup quarterback making whatever Mariota's making.
I think Mariota might still be on a rookie deal.
Even if he's on his rookie deal, he's still going to be making, what?
Too much money for
Yeah, probably $16 million for his last year.
Backup? I can't picture a world where a team thinks that Mariota is the answer to their problems.
Unless
I actually don't want to live in that world. So if that's this world, I think this is it for Take the L, and I'm going to take the L real quick.